And SSMA, the Shrewsbury Schools Music Association, has asked me to make a couple of announcements at this evening's concert. First of all, when you came in, there was a table out there, and they were selling raffle tickets to the grand raffle. And the prize is, of course, a snowblower. If you did not buy a ticket, there's still time tomorrow to buy a ticket. And of course, given Murphy's Law, we haven't had any snow yet. If you buy a ticket, you won't get any snow. If you do not buy a ticket, I can't guarantee anything. If you did buy a ticket and you left it at home tonight, your students can still bring it in tomorrow and get it into the drawing for tomorrow night. The other thing that they've asked me to announce to you is that I'd like to have more middle school parents as members at our meetings. We have several right now, but given the number of middle school students we have, we could always use more. So our meetings are the first Tuesday night of the month. Our next general meeting will be January 5th at 7:15 in the 2002 room in the high school, which is right above the main office. And to tempt you further, we always have snacks. So just put that on your calendar. January 5th, 7:15 at the high school. Mrs. LeBoeuf, are you ready?
Good evening. This is the 8th grade orchestra. I'm LeBoeuf, their conductor. Our concert program is a little different tonight than usual, and we've got a great story for you because of it. End of October, beginning of November, they, in the teams here at Oak Middle School, they started talking about the Veterans Day assembly to honor the veterans and explain why we have that day off. Well, as soon as my orchestra students heard it, they went up to the teacher, Mr. Winters, who was in charge of it, and said, "The orchestra can play." Well, Mr. Winters knows that I teach in more than this building. And she's like, "Oh, I don't know if Mrs. LeBoeuf can get here. I don't know where her schedule is." To which they said, "We can play without her." I'm taking that as a compliment that they are strong enough in performers that they can do it without me. That's how I'm taking it. But they came to me that same day and said, "Can we play?" We dropped everything. We spent 4 rehearsals, and we'd like to show you just a little bit of what we did. So we ask you to join us, please, and stand for the Star-Spangled Banner. I was extremely proud of my students for coming up with the idea of performing, and they also came up with the music. I was looking through the music library very quickly. What do we got? I know I've got this, I know I've got that. They said, oh, the technique book we used last year has got this and this. And it worked out to be perfect. So they even thought of the music. And unbeknownst to them, we have a son-in-law in the Navy right now. And we have, I think at last count, eight or nine veterans between my side of the family, my husband's side of the family. So it actually means quite a lot to us. And they did a great job. They made me very proud, willing to do this. So here's America the Beautiful. Now I feel I should say back to our regularly scheduled program. Brandenburg Concerto No. 5 by Bach is a very standard, well-known string piece in the repertoire, and we had a lot of fun with it. So we hope you enjoyed Brandenburg No. 5. the honor of the last piece falls to us, which means I also get to wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday season. Whatever holiday you celebrate, you got a party, invite me. All right? I don't care what holiday it is. In my family, we've got like almost every single one of them. So, thank you for coming this evening. Thank you for sharing your children with us. Yes, I know, 8th graders, I just called you children. Okay, I'm getting old. All right, sorry, you're still children. So thank you for sharing your young adults with us. It makes waking up and having a class at 8 o'clock in the morning worth it when we have these faces in front of us. Please drive safely home. Get home in one piece. Our next piece, though, does need a little bit of explaining. It's Santa Plays the Viola. That son-in-law that's in the Navy was deployed on a submarine in the Pacific, and he would take, the boat would take scientists up to the North Pole and drop them off. So the family joke is, he has seen the man. If anybody, he has seen the man and knows for sure Santa plays the viola. So the violas are decked out as appropriately. Santa Plays the Viola features the viola section. And here we go.